Hey everybody, it's Kai, co-owner of Lauderbell's Kennel. We breed 100% European Dobermans, and we are based out of Las Vegas, Nevada. So today's topic of discussion is a multiple-sire litter. A lot of the questions that we've been receiving since I posted Manina's pregnancy announcement is, what is a multiple-sire litter? How will you know which puppy belongs to who, etc. So I'm here to answer some of those questions. A multiple sire litter is basically when you have a breeding done with more than one stud. So we have Manina, and we bred her to European Doberman studs, Cisco and Casanova, at the same time. And we are hoping that we're going to get a fair balance of puppies from each of these studs. So therefore, you're producing a multiple sire litter. This is also going to be recognized by AKC as long as your dogs are AKC registered and you follow the steps and the requirements that they do ask for in order to register your puppies once they are here. So first step, we're going to get our AKC registered dogs that we're going to be using in this breeding. We are going to be purchasing AKC DNA test directly from them themselves. No other sites or other organizations will be allowed for this. They will not recognize those DNA results. So you're going to do your cheek swabs on the sires that are used, the dam, and all the puppies that have been produced. You send those cheek swabs back to AKC, where they'll go ahead and evaluate the DNA, and they'll give you the parentage confirmation and results so that you know how many applications you're going to be applying for. So when you register your dogs. So if Cisco sires half of the litter and Casanova sires the other half of the litter, we are going to be applying for that multiple sire litter application. And if all puppies come just from one sire, we are going to just be using the standard litter application from AKC. So some of the benefits of this is that we are lessening the stress on our females. Manina is a little older. She is 4, and we don't want to do back-to-back breedings, but we also wanted to use both of these studs. So in this case, we were blessed with the opportunity to use both of European Doberman studs, Cisco and Casanova, to complete this breeding. And then we are hoping it just goes as planned and that she gets a mix of both puppies from both males. It also is going to be creating some diversity in our litter and then bringing a little bit more to our breeding program. So we have Cisco. He acts kind of like a Malinois, very, very high energy. That drive is just a little different. Then we got Casanova's drive is still there. Great dog, beautiful structure. But he is a little bit on the calmer side. And then we have Manina. She's a great dog, very family oriented, very sweet, very chill, but also has a high energy in her as well. So we're hoping that the puppies get a mix of all three of those personalities. Also, Cisco produces black puppies, and we have Manina, she's red, and Casanova is red. Or Casanova's black, but he produces reds and blacks. So we are hoping we're going to get blacks and reds from this litter. And then, you know, something different, something a lot of breeders don't do, but it is recognized by AKC. Like I said, it's just not very common. Along with some of those benefits, it do come challenges, so you need to be aware that it can be time consuming. And so when you do a typical just breeding with one stud and one sire, you know who sired the puppies. So you can get those puppies sold a lot quicker, and you're only applying for one application when you're registering them. In this case, we are probably going to be going with 2 applications, and the DNA testing does take 4 to 6 weeks to get back the results. So we are going to have kind of like a time lapse in between, and we are hoping that we get that information back to the buyers as soon as possible. And then it does cost a little extra than just your standard breedings with one sire. So you might have to pay more than one stud fee, depending on the agreements you come across. And then you're going to have to purchase your AKC DNA testing directly from AKC themselves for each dog that is used in all of the puppies. And then once you get those results, you're going to be paying for whatever litter application you need, whether it's the singular litter or the multiple sire litter. And then also you have to be detailed in your record keeping. Find a way to stay organized with all of this information that you have. Take notes, use journals, use your iPads, tablets, notebooks, whatever helps you stay in the most organized. And then also a way to identify each puppy. Say, for instance, like using the colored collars. I think that's a very common way that people use to keep record of like the puppy's growth and different milestones they go through, or different vaccinations, and identifying which one is going to their new owners. I hope this information was helpful to you guys. If you have any more questions, please reach out to me. I do answer my Instagram DMs a lot more frequently than I would TikTok or Facebook, but I utilize all platforms: Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. And our page is Lauderbell's Kennel. And then also, like I said, we did breed 2 European Doberman studs. Be sure to check us out, give us a follow, and stay tuned for updates and puppy availability.